this position, that position.
Can you boost?
Don't you feel like you get to a point in your life where there's something more than that? Don't you feel like, and maybe I'm going to sound like a romantic, don't you feel like you get to a position in your life where you'd rather have a girl who you truly love and she truly loves you, and it doesn't matter what she does because you know she really loves you and she's trying her best?
Where are those hats?
I know she's shaking. I know she's shaking her head. But I'm serious. I'm serious. If you sleep with enough women, just like if you sleep with enough men, there's no move. Sex is not a complicated operation, right? There's no move that's going to be like, wow, I've never seen this before. I've never seen this before. My mind is blown.
No, like just
If you think the way you keep a man happy is to move your in a particular way on top of his dick, as opposed to behave in a way which is respectful to him out in the real world, and for him to know he has you and your loyalty regardless of what's going to come up, all the problems he's going to come into in his life, then you're wrong. So the whole point of sex is a connection between two people, and I think having a genuine connection between two people is worth more than the sex. So her question was, what can a woman do to truly blow your mind in the bedroom? You'll blow my mind outside of the bedroom, in a relationship as a whole. That's the truth. That's the truth. Wouldn't you rather have a girlfriend who truly loves you, is absolutely loyal to you, like no matter what happens, she's going to be there for you. You can catch a case 6 months, she's outside waiting for you. She can't. Right, whatever, but she tries her very, very best. The poor thing, and she wants to satisfy you, and you know she cares about you. Yeah. Wouldn't you be like, well, I don't care that she can't take, because that's actually a quality woman, which is rare in the world today. But I am genuinely uninterested in sleeping with a woman who I don't have a connection with. If a girl said to me, I don't love you at all, I don't feel anything for you at all, I don't want to sleep with you, but I will, I would say no. The sex act in and of itself is okay. If you had sex, we've all had sex, right? Do you really need to fuck somebody who doesn't give a shit about you at all? We live in a world now, right, where we have a lot of narratives which are being broken down and destroyed in real time. And I think it's very, very healthy for men and women to look at sex as an act that happens between people who at least like each other. The idea that I don't like them at all, but as long as they can suck dick this way, then it's okay. I don't give a fuck, right? If a girl genuinely loves me with all her heart, and gives me a fucking terrible blowjob, I'm still gonna be like, well, you love me, I love you, it is what it is. Life's more important than blowjobs and fucking blowing your load. This is the truth. And if it's not love, let me tell you something. Women are the gatekeepers, not men. If it's not love, you shouldn't be fucking him anyway. This is the reality of the world. Just because the modern world told you different, you shouldn't be fucking any man you don't love. That's the first fucking thing. You shouldn't be sleeping with him. No, but it's true.
Okay, you're right. Because the intimacy, whatever however you say it, intimacy, whatever is not there, you will feel it.
Okay, shout out to Fresh and Fit. That's from their podcast. Your reaction to the clip?
I think he's right about some of it, about the outside aspect of, like, you know, if a woman's acting loyal and like that's attractive, you know, for a man to see a woman acting like theirs, you know, they've claimed them, like this is hot, whatever. But like a man fucking a girl that's like, or he's not in love with, like, I disagree with that completely. I have sex with people I'm not in love with. I'm not in love with anyone, you know what I mean? So I disagree with that, but that's just my take on it.
It's more so, I mean, that was one component of what he was speaking on. I think the bigger thing though is
like having a connection and not just having sex. Like, sex is sex. Everyone can kind of envision it except for Mary. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, I get why he's saying that, and it is attractive when a woman acts in a certain way in a relationship to entice her man to be only hers. I completely agree with that.
Yeah, and I mean, the primary point is just, you know, there's this talk of, well, a woman who has a low body count or is a virgin, then she's sexually inexperienced. She's not going to be able to please you in the bedroom, which I frankly disagree with. But
I disagree.
But I often hear that as a rebuttal to typically men's position that men care about body count, and I don't think it's a particularly strong rebuttal, because I think, well, when it comes to what men and women want in the bedroom,
a man would be more turned on by a woman having low body count than any kind of sexual thing she does. That would be the most mentally stimulating thing for a man.
I think so too, but is that just because she's got a really tight pussy, or because he can teach her to have sex with him, or is it selfish?
No, I think it's just psychological.
It's just because that's what we want as men, a woman who hasn't been ran through.
Pussy.
No, hasn't
It's not
been
even
ran
a-
through.
it's not a physical thing.
Because that's a myth about women who
That
get
is a myth.
women who
That's a-
get
yes.
fucked have like a
Loose.
loose
No, I understand,
vagina.
but compared to someone who's never had sex, it's a little different.
No, because we're not. I'm telling you, you're not listening. Guys are searching for purity in a woman, not a tight vagina. We
No,
are
I do
turned.
understand
Listen,
that.
listen.
She's asking
we are
why.
turned. I know. Listen, I'll explain. Okay, we're turned on by the idea that she has not done this with anybody else, and it's something special.
Yeah.
Because that's what determines value. Scarcity determines value, right? If everybody has some access to something, that means it's not scarce. And if it's not scarce, then it's not valuable. Because scarcity determines value.
Well, that's the same for some women. Some women would have the same logic. So it's not only for men. It's not. Even if you think that it's only for men, there are women that take
I
that
didn't say it was
into-
only for men. I just
no,
said
I'm
that
saying in general,
in
in this
that
podcast,
context.
it is said over and over that women don't care about the body count, don't care about purity. I
Oh,
mean,
no, a lot of
there
them
are
do.
definitely women that would take that into
for sure.
consideration.
But
Women with high body counts, they will care about that because they now get so used to men to get by them that now they get a like a virgin man. He's
Yeah, I've
They're-
never fucked a
they're-
virgin man.
I have my friend. She has like a lot body count, and then when he got a virgin man, he's like, oh yeah, he's virgin, but I don't care because he doesn't know anything. But because she has been with a lot of men, now she's having this ideology of what men need to do.
I have to read
her.
the.
Sorry, I want to
Go
say
ahead.
something
Yeah,
about
continue.
the Tate video,
Sure,
and
sure.
he's totally right. Men really don't care about the woman experience because at the end of the day, the man is the giver and the woman is the receiver, you like it or not. So they are the in charge. So and mostly men are always like mostly doing all the work in the sex in my experience or what I've seen in videos. So I mean, pretty much they really don't care. I honestly think it's like based on the biology that they give what we us need. So there's, you can say whatever you want, but deep down, DNA, it's like he gives us receive.
Yeah, and I mean the other thing, it's much harder for a guy to be good in bed than it is for a woman to be good in bed. You need not really do much
Yeah.
as a woman to. And
I totally disagree with that. I work so hard in the bedroom. I feel like my main purpose is to make the guy. That what sex is about. No one really cares if the woman comes. I feel like,
well,
but it's about the men ending.
I disagree with that.
Okay, that's fine, Mr.
But
Salmon.
If you
I
take
like
a
to make women
dominant
come, but-
position, you need to work. If you're dominant, you need to work. Like you need
You
to
ride
know
very
to
hard.
know how to move or stuff like that. I mean, not
I
that
agree with
again,
that.
it's not relevant for men probably, but yeah, I mean, sometimes also women have to work hard.
It's just a choice. You can be a pillow princess, or you could not be one.
Or not work hard, but maybe drive the guy to how you like to be taught or like how to like touch yourself in a way and teach them, not to just wait them to know
Right.
and then
that-
judge
yeah.
them to be
No,
he's a fuckboy.
Yes,
so I
for
mean
sure.
sometimes it doesn't make any sense
Yeah.
what women want. So I mean that's my opinion.
wait, so, but you disagree?
Yeah, I feel like if you're having sex, you both should be working at it. It's both an effort. You both should be sweating. It's like animal.
Sweating? Oh, I don't know about that.
Your fucking like hormones are coming out of your sack, like your sweat glands. Like that's hot.
But let's before we continue on with that topic, let's have everybody react to that Tate video. John, do you have a reaction to the Tate video?
Oh, I think what he said is right. Like a lot of women, they just think that the quality of sex they give a guy is important as like fidelity or like just not having to worry about her doing some hoe shit in the relationship that's going to bother him in the back of his mind.
Oh, by the way, Mary, did you have a response? He said the albino is a 0. Do you want to respond to Joe's madness?
I don't really have a response. And
Can you call him a 0?
I guess, yeah.
Just
He's a 0.
sorry, Joe.
I don't know. Do you want to fight about
Mary will fly to you and fight you in the cage.
Did have thoughts on the Tate video. I like that he's ostensibly pushing people in the right direction, and he's saying, sex is about connection, and that's more important than just the mechanical event that's happening here. But on the other hand, I'm critical of the idea that a girlfriend essentially should be your ride or die, totally loyal to you forever. Like, if you're a girlfriend, there's no reason to have that attitude towards a guy because you're not committed to. He has not given you a commitment, therefore you should not be giving him access to your intimacy.
So you think a girl should not be a ride or die? That's the best strategy to lock a guy down for a marriage?
I mean, what I'm saying is, if he hasn't committed to you, then you shouldn't be giving him access to your intimacy. And that's what he's saying sex is about, is like the intimacy, the closeness, the connection.
Yeah.
You should be delaying that type of intimacy until after he has committed
So you're thinking
to you
ride or die
as a
is
partner.
ride or die is connected to sexual intimacy?
I'm saying it's connected to marriage.
Right.
And marriage is the benchmark, I say, is wise for women to wait until sex
Okay,
happens,
so not being ride or die before marriage is not good for women, you think?
There's no such thing as ride or die before marriage. That's not a thing. There's no commitment other than marriage.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's just like, oh, a vague idea, like, I'm committed to you.
John, would you wait till marriage to have sex with a woman?
I've already broken that.
Yeah.
So
Moving
no.
forward, though, since you're a new man of God. No?
all the crazies I'm meeting, I don't want to have sex with any of them. It's wild out there right now.
It's